Because in all honesty, I know you're not that type of person. I know you're not aggressive. Like, see how sweet you are to me. But one
It started with a look, a conversation, a feeling that felt real inside Big Brother Naija house. But by the time they sat on that reunion couch, everything was falling apart. This is the story of Victory and Gigi Jasmine. Take yourself back to week 1 of BBNaija season 10. 29 housemates walk into Biggins' house. Everyone is nervous, everyone is excited, and everyone is trying to figure out where they stand, right? And then, somewhere in those few days, something started to happen between Victory and Gigi Jasmine. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic at first, it wasn't so serious. It was just two people attracted towards to each other, the way people do when they feel connection. Then Gigi felt it so strongly that she went into the diary room and said she felt seen and loved by a guy. That's Victory. Those were her exact words, seen and glow. And I watched it and I hope and Nigeria hope and said, okay, this could be something beautiful. But what happened next is what brought us all to that reunion couch. And trust me, it was anything but beautiful.
Joanna.
Now, while Gigi was in that diary room pouring out her heart out, Victory was doing something very different on the other outside. He was keeping his options open, he was talking to Sultana, he was socializing with other housemates, sending mixed signal left, right, and center. And Nigeria started to notice. But the moment everything shifted was the moment I think broke Gigi's house was when Victory chose Joanne. He chose Joanna as his head of house companion, not Gigi. Joanna. Hmm. Again, and as if that wasn't even enough during nomination. He said Kaikumi again, not Gigi. Now, I want you to sit with that for a second. This is a lady who told the diary room that she felt seen and loved by a guy. And this is the same guy is out there choosing other people over her at every single opportunity. I was confused. Nigeria was confused. Gigi fans were angry. And honestly, even people who weren't on anybody's side were raising eyebrows. We should say the truth. Now, here is the part of this story that surprised me the most because after the show ended, after they left Biggie's house, after all of that confusion and mixed signals inside those walls of BBNaija, they continue seeing each other outside, right? Yes, you heard me correctly. Victory and Gigi were linked, like they spent time together after the show. So at this point, Nigeria assumed, okay, maybe they had a conversation, maybe Victory explained himself, and maybe things were actual okay between them now onto the June 8th, onto the BBNaija season 10 reunion hosted by Ebuka. So all the 29 housemates were present and the truth finally came out. On that reunion stage, Victory looked Gigi Jasmine in the eyes and called her manipulative. He said she was not straightforward. He said his version of events was the correct one. Gigi broke down in tears on live television in front of millions of people watching across Nigeria and beyond. And the internet did not take it lightly with Victory. People started calling Victory names. People said he treated Gigi poorly inside the house and then came to the reunion to make her look like the problem. But then Gigi fired back and said Victory's entire version of events was completely delusional. So now we have two people, the same relationship, the same moment, two completely different story. And this is where it gets interesting. Because I've been thinking about this since that renewal end, and here is my honest take. I think what happened between Victoria and Gigi is something a lot of us have experienced in real life. Yes, two people enter a situation, one person catches feeling faster than the other, nobody communicates clearly enough, and by the time everything comes to the head, both people genuinely live their own version of events. Victory may not have been ready for what Gigi wanted, and Gigi may have read deeper meaning into the moment that Victory never intended to be that serious. But here is also what I know, and I want everyone to hear this clearly. When a woman cries on live television in front of millions of Nigerian people, that is not performance, that is not manipulation, that is a real human being sitting on a public stage with real pain that could not hide. So whatever your opinion is for Gigi Jasmine, that moment deserves to be respected. Now, does that mean Victory is a villain? Not necessarily. But it does not mean that how you treat people, especially people who have opened their hearts to you, matters a lot inside the house and outside. So I'm going to leave this with you now because this is a commentary channel and I want to hear your thoughts. Was Victory wrong for how he handled Gigi from the beginning, or did Gigi invest emotionally in something that was never clearly defined? Drop your answer in the comments and please keep it respectful. We discuss here, we don't attack. If you've enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe because next up I'm breaking down the Diddy and Kola reunion drama. And trust me, that one just had so many layers. See you in the next video.